Hello everyone, this is Norma from Pinkblingcrafter. Today I have a very simple card to share with you, and I'm also using a different way to film, so I hope you like it, and let's see how it comes out. So we're going to be making this card with a stamp set called Simply Sketched, which is a Hostess stamp set still available. So let's get started. So to begin, you're going to need your regular base, which is a standard size 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And I'm going to go ahead and use, let's put this there. I'm going to go ahead and use the, what is this? The Fresh Prince little stack of paper here. And I'm going to use this one here. I'll be using this. So I'm going to tear that out. And so I'm just going to kind of angle it, kind of like I did this one here. Okay, so here I'm just taking some snail adhesive and adhering the pattern paper to my base. And once that's adhered, I'm going to go ahead and take my Stampin' Up! Craft scissors and snip the ends there, and then we'll be all set for our next step. So there we go. And so there's our card ready to go. And so now I'm going to put that aside for now, and I'm going to bring in my Big Shot. And I'm going to use, let me zoom out so you guys can see that. And so I'm going to be using my Starburst dies, and this one I'm going to be using the third one from the center. So I'm going to use that. I'm going to be using my magnetic platform, which is this base right here. And I'm going to put my my layer here. Then you want to put your cardstock, and then you want to put your die. Want to put it down and see how it automatically just adheres to the magnetic, which is fantastic. I love it. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and run that through. Alright, let me put that aside. And so then what you're going to get is your die here. Okay, and so we'll put that aside for now. And then also what I'm going to need my 2 1/2 circle punch for that. Okay, so now you're going to need your 2 1/2 circle punch, and you're going to want to punch one of those. And then I'm going to use Memento ink, since I'm going to be using my Stampin' Right markers, and I'm going to use this image here, which is this pretty flower here. And so I'm going to go ahead and ink this up. And Stampin' Up! Is now starting to carry Memento ink, because if you haven't heard, Stampin' Up! Is coming out with the Blendabilities, which are alcohol-based markers. And so I'm just going to stamp that. Make sure you press on it good like that. And then I'm going to put that aside, and I'm going to go ahead and use my Stampin' Right markers. This is the In Colors, and I'm going to be using Calypso Coral here to, let me zoom in a little bit more. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and... So here I sped up the process of coloring this flower using the Calypso Coral Stampin' Right marker, and you want to make sure you use Memento ink for when you're coloring, especially when you use your alcohol-based markers. And again, here I'm going to use my Gumball Green to color. Next, I'm going to go ahead and adhere this to my back of my Starburst die here that we die cut a little while ago. And so then what I'll do is, as you can see, I made a little boo-boo there, so I stamped it again. That's the great thing about that. You can go ahead and do that. And so then you want to place it kind of in the center there. There we go. And then we have our base here. And let's use Thanks So Much. Actually, you know what, no, I'm going to go ahead and adhere this in the middle already. And I want to use some Stampin' Up! Dimensionals for that. And let me just grab those really quickly. And so you're going to want to add some in the back there. Just to add a few there. So here I'm adhering my image, and then next I'm going to take the Thanks So Much from the same stamp set called Simply Sketched, and I'm going to go ahead and ink up, and I'm kind of testing, or I'm going to stamp it first just to make sure before I stamp on my actual pattern paper, but I'm going to go ahead and stamp it at the very bottom right hand corner, and there you go. So here I'm taking my banner punch and punching a couple banners to adhere to the very top there. Now this banner punch was in celebration, which will carry over to the new catalog coming out June 2nd. And so there I'm just snipping the end of the banner. And of course the card is not complete without any rhinestones. So here I'm just adhering some of those rhinestones to finish up the card. So there you have it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this simple card that you can mass produce in minutes. If you know me and follow my blog, you know that I love simple cards that you can make in no time. And this one, again, was no exception. And so I hope you also enjoyed the new way I filmed this video. I realized that I do need to work on my lighting, which I will work on for my next video. But don't forget to check out my blog and the description box below for all the links to the products I use. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.